Cody. Savannah felt the old guilt swell inside her. She wouldn't break her vow to forever keep their secret. She owed Gary that much. "Let's go." Savannah headed for the door. Cody let out a squeal of delight. She turned to see her son gleefully digging in a pot of ivy and shoving a fistful of dirt into his mouth. "Could you catch him, Ginger?" "Can't. I'm still pinned into my wedding dress." Ginger lifted her shoulders in a helpless shrug. Savannah sighed. She needed 20 hands and 2 heads. In 2 long-legged strides, she crossed the floor and reached down to pull her son onto her hip. "Shoo!" She gently brushed the dirt from his tongue with her fingers. "Nasty." Cody grinned. The baby looked so much like his father, it hurt. Conflicting emotions knotted Savannah's chest. The pain was as sharp now as it had been 2 years ago when she'd learned she was pregnant, just as her mother lay dying. "We'll be right back," she told Ginger, then followed Clem outside, Cody still clinging to her neck. She savored the solid feel of her son pressed to her side and smelled his sweet baby scent. The elderly ranch hand led her to the battered old work truck and opened the door for Savannah to climb inside. He pumped the starter, coaxed the ailing engine to life, drove a 1/4 mile down the bumpy, rutted road, and braked at the west pasture gate. They got out and walked through the high Johnson grass slapping at their shins. "Padlock's been cut." Clem pointed out the severed lock dangling from the rusty hasp. "Don't touch it," Savannah said. "Evidence for the sheriff." Clem grunted, tugging the baseball cap's bill down on his forehead. "There's more. See those tire tracks?" Savannah studied the fresh tracks rutted into the moist earth where it had rained several days earlier. "Yes." "Trailer tracks. Don't belong to none of our vehicles. Weren't out here yesterday." "How did the thieves get this far back on the ranch without you or Julio hearing them?" Savannah asked. Cody squirmed in her arms, and she shifted him to the other hip. Clem shrugged, looking sheepish. "We both had a little too much to drink last night. Slept pretty soundly." Savannah caught her bottom lip between her teeth, gazed at the 10 Santa Gertrudis left grazing in the field. Who had stolen her cattle? She hated to think it was someone from Rascal. She thought briefly about calling her nearest neighbor, former Chicago cop, Keegan Winslow. Keegan had recently married her best friend, Wren. Wren taught English at Rascal High, and Keegan now ran her small dairy. He would be happy to look around and give her his opinion, but she needed proper help. "What are you gonna do?" Clem asked. "The only thing I can do," Savannah said. "Call the sheriff." Detective Matthew Forrester guided his brand-spanking new, government-issue 4-wheel drive Jeep Cherokee down the gravel country road. His heart raced like a palomino on steroids. What in the Sam Hill was wrong with him? He was going to the Circle B to investigate the report of stolen cattle. The fact that Savannah Markum owned the ranch would not affect his objectivity in any way. Liar. Who was he kidding? The idea of seeing her again had him sweating. Despite what he'd told himself during the past 2 years, he hadn't gotten over her. Not for a day, not for an hour, not for 1 minute. Savannah Raylene Prentice Markum had broken his heart. But he would never, ever let her know that. He refused to give her that much power over him again. He turned into the Circle B's driveway and killed the engine. For a moment, he sat there, hands on the wheel, the air inside the Jeep growing heated, heavy. Simply taking a breath required his complete concentration.